You close your eyes and you're gonna see colors. You're going to experience thoughts. If you're going through something,
I think somebody trying to set me up.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Omari Bryant. I'm sitting in my room. You guys already know, go ahead and get your snacks. Go ahead and get your beverages, whatever you want. It's not a long story, but I want to go ahead and share this experience with you guys. So, if you guys went ahead and watched my Sunday vlog that is entitled, and I'm going to go ahead and link it down below or add a little card, it talks about Sunday with Shrooms.
Yup.
So, this story time today is going to unveil the experience that I had with this interesting plant. So, make a long story short, this is something that was kind of discussed ahead of time between me and my friends. We did say that it was something that we wanted to try. We all wanted to try it together. As a disclaimer, this is not something that if you do decide to do it, you know, I'm not telling you to do it or not to do it. It's something that I would definitely encourage that you do it around individuals that you care about, somebody that you trust. Also as well, if you're going through some stuff in your life like I am at the moment, you are definitely going to experience it on another level, right? So without further ado, let me go ahead and explain my experience of a shroom bar. So this is literally like a chocolate bar. Well, it's not like, it is a chocolate bar. It's like a cookies and cream. So you guys know James, you guys know Quan, those are my two friends. So we went ahead and got it and we had it. Now, mind you, we read the packaging and everything, but we were like kind of a little concerned of how much to take at one time. So it's like these little squares, like they're probably like about, maybe about like that size. Yeah, like around that size. And we literally took a quarter of it because the person I got it from said take just a quarter of it, but I thought he meant per piece. He meant the whole entire bar. So we were supposed to take like a whole row basically each. So making a long story short, fast forward, we did go ahead and eventually take the whole, pretty much we finished the whole bar, and everybody had just a little bit over a quarter. Guys, I will have to say that the experience that you have in the beginning, like I was like, because I literally recorded our reactions, like I have some videos from it and I was reviewing them yesterday. And I remember saying too as well that I probably would never do this again. It's, you know, I don't feel anything, whatever. So I have to say, if you're alone for the short period of time, well, I wouldn't really say short period of time, but for the rest of the evening like I was, you will have an experience. Oh my goodness. I mean, literally when they say when you close your eyes and you're gonna see colors, you're going to experience thoughts. If you're going through something, you really will.
Now.
Like it's insane, but also rewarding at the same time. So pretty much like within like the first hour, you know, after we took our, you know, our final pieces, you know, because we literally had to split it up. So and which is not recommended because it digests, and when it digests is when you start feeling the effects. So if you're gonna do it, you gotta have like the amount that you're gonna take in one sitting. The recommended amount to start off is like 2 grams. The bar that we had was 3.5. So I mean, we had to split it between 3 people, so you had to kind of do the math. So I mean, we didn't get each like the 2, but it was pretty close to it. And I have to say, you know, once you have it, you know, just don't plan to do anything really for the rest of the day. Like, that's just something that you just have your time, you let it do its thing or whatever. So literally one of my friends, James, he kept like saying how hot he was getting hot. You know, it makes you go through a lot of emotions. Like there was like an angry side of him that we saw. I don't know if it was like just a funny thing or if it was just him just being himself. I don't know. It was strange. And then also on top of that, you know, we were just laughing at everything. Now I will have to say you do get the best laughs. The best laughs. Like I thought, you know the main herb that you know that we use normally typically gives us like the best laugh. No, this gives you the best laugh, like the absolute best laugh. I was watching some YouTube videos and I swear I could, like, the laughter was like times 10. Like things that were funny, I mean it was like 10 times more hysterical than it normally would be. So fast forward, I want to say probably like
2 hours later.
we started this journey probably like around 11 o'clock at night, and fast forward to around 1 a.m. So I got up and I came in my room, and I have on my behind my TV I have some LED lights that show different colors. Mind you, when you're tripping, the the trip that you might have is usually going to see colors. You may see visions of things, so on and so on and so on, because it's stimulating your brain. And I did have a lot of energy. Like I couldn't go to sleep. I wasn't tired, but I kind of felt stuck, like really really stuck. Like I felt like I couldn't really go anywhere. So I was like, okay. So I'm just laying in the bed, and we were listening to Janae Aiko. And if you guys know anything about Janae Aiko, she her music is very made for situations like this. And I have to say, like, during this experience, listening to her music and that, it went hand in hand. Like, definitely. Like, if it's something that you plan to do, especially with your friends, stuff like that, definitely play some Janae Aiko. Like, you will feel amazing. So I'm in the bed and I'm laying down. Now, mind you, this will be a separate story time for another time. The situation that I'm going through, I'm like in the process of selling my house, and so on and so on and so on. So pretty much like keep that in mind. I have some emotions going on about this whole process, and I will have to say that I experienced literally every part of why I was upset. From me closing my eyes to having visions of my past and experiencing, you know, the good and the bad times. And I started crying. Now, I'm not a big crier. I don't typically cry in certain situations, but when I mean to tell you, it was uncontrollably, and it wasn't like a sobbing or anything like that. It wasn't like that. Just the tears. You would close your eyes, and the tears would just be running down my face. And I'm laying there, and I'm like, and I'm trying to stop crying, and I just couldn't. Like I couldn't stop crying, but I literally felt so much better just releasing some of the hurt that I had that was deep inside. So, you know, self-reflection is really, really big that I see that you get from this experience when you're tripping. My trip was definitely a self-proclaimed experience, and boy. Big person when it comes to crying. You know, I'm not an individual that, you know, shows too much emotion all the time. But that right there, I had no control over that, no control over that. But I will have to say again, the self reflection was definitely needed. I'm a individual that likes to meditate often. I'm very very energy sensitive. I'm an empath, so going through that, and it was crazy because like I was watching a YouTube video and there was a guy that was talking about his experience, and he was talking about his daughter, and was talking about how she had wanted him to stay where she was at her mom's house. You know, her mom has, you know, a new significant other, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he was saying that, you know, he never wants to tell his child no. And he had to tell his daughter no. And it really made him feel terrible because he's never wanted to, you know, of course, you know, you being a parent, you want to be the best parent that you could be. You never want to tell your child no. And I literally felt like his emotion and his pain, and it really makes you self-reflect and understand people's emotions and so on and so forth, especially if you're an empath like me. But that being said, I have to say that you know, it my trip was an experience. I felt like I needed that experience to be able to go ahead and be a little set free and go. That's why I said, you know, this is something that, yeah, it's kind of recreational use too, you know, whatever. But I really feel as if that this one is a little bit more, you know, if you're not someone that can handle that intensity, definitely don't be alone through the whole experience. You know, even though I was just in another room and my two friends were in another room, I was just like, this is an experience. But I just felt stuck. Like I'm sure if I probably pushed myself a little bit more, I probably could have got up. But I just was not like entwined at that moment and had the strength to get up. I don't know why. It was so strange. I don't know. I just couldn't get up. But oh my goodness, I have to say, like, this was an experience, a lifetime experience. Is this something that I would do all the time? No. Every now and then, possibly for self-reflection. If I could have that experience like the last part each time, but have it kind of this. But the crazy thing is, I didn't have that self-reflection until I was alone. So I'm wondering, like, would I have had that self-reflection if I wasn't alone? I don't know. However, I'm curious if you guys have tried this experience and had a trip on shrooms. Go ahead and get those fingers moving in the comments below. I would love to hear about some people's experiences. You know, did you do a bar? Did you do the actual plant? What exactly did you do? You know, I'm kind of curious to see. Out the other vlog, like I said before, that I went ahead and there was actually a video that was actually playing in it talking about somebody else's experience as well. And she also said definitely not to do it alone for the first time. But however, guys, thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. Go ahead and give your boy a like, comment, and then subscribe, and hit that notification bell for every time I go ahead and upload videos. Also, go ahead and check out my other content, Dental Office Chronicles, which is another storytime series that I have on my channel. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.